Yes. Yes. It's been a few days, but we are finally back. You can tell my voice. I'm not gonna really raise my voice too much today. I've been feeling a little you feel me? I'm not sick or nothing. It's just my body been fucking oof. My body been feeling terrible. No bullshit the last few days. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Sports Tool. Clap it up for Sports Tool, bro. Full stream, yes, sir. Appreciate you tuning in, bro. But yeah, but nah, my body's been feeling a little the last few days. So that's why I haven't been on. But I also kind of waited to actually get back on live because I wanted to see how the Sox series against the Brewers played out. And it played out well, but we still got a lot to talk about. Um, it's just gonna be a Red Sox episode today. No bullshit. I'm not gonna stay, it's not gonna be on here too crazy, but it's just a Red Sox focus for today's episode. UConn lost the national championship. They did to Michigan. Congrats to Michigan. Tough for UConn. I'm not gonna really recap that game. It hurt a little bit because of UConn. I think UConn could have won that. No bullshit. And the Celtics been playing well. They're currently playing the Knicks right now. I'll go over that game probably tomorrow or this weekend. But again, it is a Red Sox episode. So you know what that means. Welcome to another edition of What the Hell's Happened in Sports. It's your boy, the one and only Nero. And we back with another one. Yes, sir. Yeah, no, honestly, it wasn't much of a BTA scoring wise. It was just the way how the game was played. It was a BTA. Like the way how Michigan used their physicality. It was that part right there was more of a BTA. But scoring wise, they didn't. It was a close game. It's just UConn couldn't capitalize. No bullshit. Facts. 42-42 in the second. That's a fact. Yep. Fucking the Knicks just went up, but yeah, no, we'll review that. We will review that either tomorrow or this weekend. But let's talk about these fucking Red Sox, man. Let's talk about these Red Sox now. Real quick, before I share my screen, what I am going to do is I'm going to show y'all. Let's see if they bring up the off season. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to see. Okay. Okay, here we go. Excuse me. All right, my fault, chat. All right, here we go. Bingo. All right, so let's start with this, right? All right, so obviously the Sox lost to the Yankees in the playoffs, right? Boom. Dodgers win the World Series. All right, bet. Now, let's see. Let's see right here. Let's see when they started actually getting people, right? Let's see. All right. So, November 25th, right? 2025. November 25th, 2025. Let me do this. Bingo. That way y'all can see it. All right, yep, November 25th, 2025. The Red Sox traded pitchers Brandon Clark and Richard Fitz to the St. Louis Cardinals, in exchange for Sonny Gray. Bingo. That was the first move of the offseason. December 4th, they traded Johnston Garcia and Jesus Travieso to the Pittsburgh Pirates for John Oviedo, Tyler Semenigo, and Adonis Guzman. Then they traded Vaughn Grissom to the Los Angeles Angels in exchange for Isaiah Jackson, a prospect. Bingo. I'm just gonna show get the notable trades. They traded Luis Perales to the Washington Nationals for Jake Bennett. They traded Hunter Dobbins and minor league pitching prospects, Yannicker Fajardo and Blake Aida to the St. Louis Cardinals again. So another Cardinals trade for Wilson Contreras. Bingo. Right? All right. So some notable moves right there, right? Okay, bingo. Right? All right. They signed Ranger Suarez to a 5-year, $150 million contract. right? Then they traded Jordan Hicks and prospect David Sandiland to the White Sox, right? For Greg Zeal and another player to be named later. Then the most notable move to basically end the offseason. They traded Kyle Harrison and Shane Drohan and infielder David Hamilton. Pitchers Kyle Harrison, Shane Drohan, and infielder David Hamilton to the Milwaukee Brewers for Caleb Durbin, Andrew Montserio, Anthony Siegler. Right? Bingo. They signed Danny Colombe. They signed Tommy Canelli. Canley. Right? Bingo. All right. So those are the notable moves they made this offseason. Now you look at the offseason, they're like, all right, they made some moves, cool. Now, even in those moves, there wasn't anybody, they didn't get anybody that like really eye popped. They got Sonny Gray and Wilson Contreras, two veterans that have made a name for themselves in the MLB, right? And those are guys that, you can plug in, they're going to do well. As the season goes on, even if they start out a little slow, they will eventually do well. You feel me? Fine. But again, they didn't get a guy that, especially as a power hitter, a right-handed power hitter, they didn't get one of those. So you kind of knew it was like, all right, they're basically going to rely more on pitching this year. And guys are going to hit, but you're not going to see, the big power numbers from, like a guy like they got like a JD Martinez, like a Manny Ramirez, somebody who is going to step up to play, and he's one of the more deadly hitters in the league. They didn't get one of those. Fine. Bingo. Then the World Baseball Classic came along. A lot of people participated. Wilyer Abreu, Roman Anthony, Brian Bayo, Wilson Contreras, Jaron Duran, Nate Eaton, Giovanni Moran, Cedon Rafaela, Ranger Suarez, Greg Weiser, Garrett Whitlock, and Masataka Yoshida all participated in the World Baseball Classic, right? Venezuela won the World Baseball Classic, so Wilyer Abreu, Wilson Contreras, and Ranger Suarez were crowned as champions, right? Roman Anthony was named to the all-tournament team. And other guys for their respective countries, or teams, I should say teams. Respective teams really played well. Everybody on this list, for the most part, except really for Ranger Suarez, really did something in the World Baseball Classic. Actually, had some highlights. The Boston Red Sox as a whole in the World Baseball Classic won the World Baseball Classic as an organization. They did. So when that happens, or when that happened, we're all thinking, I'm immediately thinking, all right, fine, that's a good way to start the year. The other downside of this is, right, as much as the Red Sox in the World Baseball Classic, as much as everybody did well, you also knew that, okay. Hold on one second. All right, my fault. I'm looking at the Celtics game. You also knew that there could be a chance that these guys started slow. We'll get to that, right? All right. The season begins. The season begins. Now. I'm looking at June 26th. All right. Start with March. Now, right here, the 26th of March, opening day, right? They win this one. They lose Saturday. And you lose Sunday. Right? Actually, no matter what, honestly, hold on. I'm going to share this instead. That way y'all can see this. Makes it easier. Look at the stat. All right, bingo. Here we go. March 26th, opening day. They beat the Reds 3-0. Garrett Crochet gets the win. Chapman gets a save, right? Fine. They lose to the Reds. They have an off day on Friday. Come back Saturday and Sunday. They lose the weekend games to the Reds 6-5, 3-2. Right? Tough. All right, so now they're 1-2 after the first series. And again, not the end of the world, but you should have either swept these guys or at least taken 2 out of 3. Fine. You go to Houston, get absolutely BTA'd, lose 3 straight, swept. Fuck. You feel me? It's fuck. Like, it looks bad. It really looks bad. You're 1-5 coming to Fenway for opening day to play the Padres, and you win on opening day at Fenway, 5-2. Sonny Gray gets the win. Chapman gets another save. Immediately, I'm like, all right, fine, bingo. It's a little bit of hope, just a little bit, nothing crazy, but a little bit. You then lose the next two to the Padres, 3-2, 8-6, and in the 8-6 game, especially, you're up 4-0, and you lose that lead. Tough watch. I fell asleep during the game because I was working earlier in the day. But it's a tough watch. It was a tough watch, no cap. Real tough watch. And it was just unacceptable. It's like, damn, you can't beat even though the Padres are one of the best teams in the league, you can't beat them. Fuck, fine. Then comes in the Brewers. You lose the first game 8-6 again to the Brewers. A game that you could have won. You could have won. But you make up for it in winning game 2, 3-2. Crochet gets the win. Chapman gets the save. So now Crochet's 2-1. Chapman with his third save. You then beat the Brewers 5-0 to win the series. Sonny Gray is now 2-0. Shane Drowan, the former Red Sox, he loses his first career start. All right, boom. So now the Red Sox are 4-7. No, excuse me, 4-8. They're 4-8. Besides the Yankees in the division right now, besides the Yankees, look at this. Besides the Yankees at 8-4, everybody else is somewhat struggling. You're only 2 games behind the Orioles. Only 2. You're 4 games behind the Yankees, obviously. 4 games behind first place. So as much as the Red Sox haven't been playing great, as much, somehow, some way, they're 4 games behind the Yankees for first place, but everybody else in the division is not doing that great. The Blue Jays got injuries. The Rays are still figuring shit out, and the Orioles are, a lot of guys, still coming together. That's a lot of new guys on that team. So if you can start to pick shit up now more than ever, everything's going to be a lot simple. Because look at this, right? Look at this, chat. So starting tomorrow, the Red Sox are playing St. Louis at St. Louis for 3, and then they go to Minnesota for 3. Just to look at the MLB standings right now. We already know. We already know about the American League. The Twins are 7-6, right? Not bad. Not bad. So they're doing okay to start. But this is still a weak team. Still a weak team. The Cardinals are 7-5. Again, both teams have started off okay. But how I see them compared to the Red Sox, I see the Red Sox as the better team. I do. I really do. And it's not me being biased. It's just in terms of their environment, in terms of who they have on the team, pitching wise, and even in terms of some batting, you should be able to really not only hang with these guys, but really take it up another level against both teams. You should. You have to. If you can get on their ass early and beat them and at least go 4-2 on the trip, at least 4-2, maybe 5-1, but at least 4-2. That's going to be fine. It's going to be fine because after that, you come home and you play the Tigers and the Yankees. And those two series right there, it's going to be battles. It's going to be battles. You're going to see it's Tariq Skubal. You're going to see Aaron Judge. So the Red Sox actually have to act. They have to do shit. They have to. Now, in terms of stats, right? Cedar Rafael is batting .324 with a home run and 4 RBIs. William Abreu, he's batting .383 with 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. He leads the league in hits. He has a 1,110 OPS. Right? Roman Anthony has struggled. He's only batting .217, but it's still early. Wilson Contreras is batting .250. Has a respectable .859 OPS with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Masataka Yoshida, batting .250 with a respectable .875 OPS. You know what I'm saying? And we know he could hit. Like I already mentioned, right? Garrett Crochet's 2-1 with a 3.12 ERA. Sonny Gray's 2-0 with a 2.76 ERA. Connolly early in 2 games that he's pitched, 2.89 ERA, 10 strikeout. You know what I'm saying? Like, the top 3 guys are doing okay. Ranger Suarez and Brian Bayo have struggled. They have struggled. So it's still early, but those guys got to pick it up. Aroldis Chapman has looked like Aroldis Chapman. He has. Fastball's a little bit slower. But again, he's also getting older. Danny Colombe has done well. Has done well so far. Greg Weissert has struggled. Garrett Whitlock has done well. Even though he's 0-1, he's done well. So you got 3 guys right there in the bullpen that have done well. Giovanni Moran has been a bright spot as well. Zach Kelly has pitched okay. The guy who made his Red Sox debut yesterday, Tyler Semenigo, actually pitched very well. Went an inning and had 3 strikeouts. That's a guy that could be a sleeper. So let's see how he continues to pitch. The guys who have to step up, though, for this team, and we know this already. It's not like we don't. We know this already, right? Roman Anthony has to step up more. Trevor Story hasn't started off great. He was mainly in the 2-hole, and, he was struggling. They moved him to the 5th spot. He's been hitting the ball as of recently. He's picked it up. Marcelo Meyer has done okay, has to pick it up a little more. Caleb Durbin sucked to start the year, but he's picked it up the last few games. All in all, everybody in the lineup has to be consistent. Roman Anthony has to be the guy to really lead the charge. This is Roman Anthony's team. Honestly, the 3 outfielders, Roman Anthony, Cedar Rafael, and William Abreu, they are the guys that have to be in the forefront of this team. They have to. Because if not, then it could be a lost season. It could. But at 4-8 so far, at least they finally won a series. They lost their first 3 and they finally won a series. That's what you needed from them. That's what you needed. They have to continue winning series in order for them to get on the right path and into playoff position early. It's not even a month in yet, but you got to start winning these games before you fall behind. Because if you don't do your job in April, it could come back. It could really haunt you as the season goes on. So you have to really do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to. Now, I'm going to be honest. This man right here, he's done some good things for this organization, but he's also kind of done some stupid shit. It's been a mixed bag with Craig Breslow. It really has. It really has. Everything changed when Rafael Devers got traded. You thought it was for the better, and in a sense it was. In a sense it was. And you still had Alex Bregman here when Rafael Devers was traded. But the fact that you traded Rafi and you couldn't and you decided not to re-sign Alex Bregman, it just hurts because power-wise, you got to, there's not as much power on this team right now. Now, in order for this team to change, Craig Breslow, as the season goes on, hopefully you can add some additional power. We need to, please. Really. You need to add additional power because I'm telling you, man. You don't add additional power, it might hurt us. It really might hurt us, no cap. I tell you, it's Craig Breslow. Like I said, it's a love-hate relationship with him. I like him a lot, but it's just, I feel like he's made some of the necessary moves, but he's also left a lot to be desired. It's just how he looks also. Like, he has the look that, like, okay, this guy might be able to do something. You just don't have that full confidence in him to actually do something, And I waited till today to really talk about the Red Sox because if I thought about talking about them after their first game against the Brewers, just to crash out on them. But they've given me a smidget of hope. They've given me a little hope. They have. And I'm always going to believe in the Red Sox. I'm never not going to believe in them. It's the Boston Red Sox, for crying out loud. But in order for the Sox to really continue to do their thing, they just have to keep winning games and playing smart. Because they've been making some errors too. They have. They really have. And you know what else? This team is a little off when Connor Wong is starting to, really show himself as Connor Wong again. Not to say I don't like it. But, man, Connor Wong, I give him credit. He's been playing okay. He's been playing well. He has. He has. He has. So, let's see. Let's see if let's see if the Sox can keep doing it. Let's see. I believe in them. I believe in the Sox. I do. But yeah, you're not seeing me really as amped up today. Because, yeah, no, I tell you, my body has been aching, man. It's been aching. I don't feel sick. It's just my legs. My legs are fatigued. They are. But that's about it. I kept it short and sweet. Let's go Red Sox, man. Let's go Red Sox. Because I tell you, the season's still young. But we got it, Red Sox Nation. We got to put the more of the team. We got to put more emphasis and put more rally into this team. We do. Because something special could happen by season's end. Something could if you just believe. Now, to cap everything off, I posted a new TikTok, a couple days ago. Go run that up. Same for YouTube. Posted on YouTube as well. You can find if you want to find the TikTok. Oh no, follow the TikTok. You follow me at WTHH Sports. That's me on TikTok. I'm also WTHH Sports on YouTube. If you didn't know that already, even though we're broadcasting live on YouTube. If you want to find me on Twitch, you can find me at WTHHS617. That's me on Twitch. We are currently live on Twitch. Show love and follow me on there if you haven't already. But yeah, that's about it for me. Celtics are down 54-53 at halftime. The half number 2 is about to start. Jason Tatum's only shooting 2 of 11. He does have 10 points though. 10 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Shooting wise, he's not shooting great. Hopefully he can pick it back up. We will recap this game either tomorrow or this weekend. The game will be recapped. I will talk about it. But for right now, yeah, I got to get the fuck up out of here. All right. Let me just make sure. All right, bad. Now, yeah, that's it for me. This has been another edition of What the Hell is Happening in Sports. The boy, the one and only Never. We back with another one. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Shout out to Sports Tool. Shout out to everybody who tuned in on YouTube and on Twitch. I appreciate everybody. Short and sweet today. I'll get back to it. But yeah, I got to rest up. All right, y'all. Y'all be easy. I love y'all and be safe. You already know the vibes. You already know the vibes, guys.